Alright, guys. So let's get started. So first of all, this is state of the game here, and what we are going to do here is we're going to start with the sorry difficulty. I could say it's the first time. Why am I not playing on fluid difficulty? Right? But since this is just a basic explanation of stuff, it won't be playing difficulty because great difficulty is pretty easy, and if I'm explaining it to you from great difficulty, it's pretty normal and pretty same. It's even easier as a green, so I'm going to explain every single bit here on a medium difficulty just so you can understand. Now, let's start with it, right? So, now the issue is we can choose multiple ways here. Problem range, it's the easiest one here. Cascade hills and meager valleys have pretty decent bases, and then meager valleys, skill and spring company. So, Cascade Hill, the container for each of the side maps has one every single base. That's like really, really good. On Shambhala, you can find one as well, and it's select random. So let's switch off that way. I'm just gonna leave it to random. You see Facebook here. So let's start with that. Now you have to select some characters, right? So we don't really have a character here. So let's see. This is a trade zone, and like I told you, every complete total nightmare. So I do have most of this personal, but since I'm going to explain this to you, I'm not going to use any of this builds. Usually for the best build we have, you can use the builder because it's going to save two spots. So you have power and water. So you don't need those two outlets, right? And for the other one, you can choose to want some ammo. You can look for or if you're a more person that you want some influence, then you can go with trader. If not, we'll just go with shirt. But the main issue is builder one. Builder is really, really good because it saves you two spots for an outpost, which is really important, you know. So since I'm like guiding you this, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to be taking down the outposts just to make sure. Now, for three survivors, it's really important part here. You will have to select the survivor you need. You have to keep recruiting until you get the best cards. Now, here, see here, what cards are we looking at? This one, not really good. What we are going to do, we're going to do for here, and like for here, one character must have fishing. Because fishing gives you two foods per day. On lower difficulty, that's really good, and on lethal, that matters a lot. For another character, we will need hygiene because that's increased plague resistance. For the third character, I can personally recommend going with medicine for the infirmary, but if you are more like an outpost person, you can go ahead with electronics, or you want other stuff like hardwares, you can go with mechanics. Let's see what we can get here. I'm going to be refreshing this until I get one that I need. These are really bad. So keep refreshing here. Let's see what I need. Did you get anything here? Refreshing. Make sure you're checking every single of these because it's going to be a lot of important stuff there. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's continue with the green gardening. Is decent, but I'm not really a good fan of it. Now, this hyphen threshold is a very good thing that you will prefer. Kind of people rolling this and the one that we use now. This thing, it could take some time, it could be fast, but depending on your luck, it's totally on the luck. I could use something that says negative food for dinner. That's not really something that we want here. Brilliant. So we have reflection is what we can get right. There's some reflection here. We'll keep refreshing until we get what we want here. It takes some time for us. Oh, we did get a matrix. Now let's see what substrates. Now, just prepare substrate because we have -1 labor and we're ready to go to. We don't really want the labor to go away. So let's big no. Oh, now we can't medicine, but we don't have a good soft skills here. So for low difficulty, it's okay, but high difficulty, I don't really expect that. So keep refreshing. We have a utilities and this skill. Now for utilities. We did get a utilities which mean we can get this improved comment center. We do get a good comment center with this, right? However, what we have here, incredible immune system. This guy has a lot of infection resistance for personal person, and that's really important. On higher difficulty, that's going to be really important. So let's give this guy here. Here's what this part. Now, like I told you, we need hygiene and we need facial. So I'm just going to ignore everything, keep resetting until we get the one what we need. Huh? There will be a lot of good stuff like this that will come, but please do this focus because for higher difficulties, food is something that you really need, and the infection resistance, same thing, you're really gonna do that. Oh, there we go. That's the hygiene. Now, what do we have here? We have a germaphobe. So that means this person is not going to catch infection easily. That's a really good trait here. And aside to that, we have a hygiene. That is a really good thing. No, but the first one is what we can find here. We do need fishing here. Let's keep going for that. Okay, fishing is going to be really hard because I already had two characters previously that had fishing. Now, things we get is it's really hard to get them, but sometimes it's easy. Like right now, we got the fishing. So see, we have 2 foods per day, and we have a really good substrate. It says 30 max health and 10 max stamina. Pretty good. Now, we are going to start with this community here. No, but this difficulty beyond right? So it's very nervous that we're gonna get like juggernauts. We're not gonna get like juggernauts, or we did have like screamers, looters. Oh yeah, chance. Well, we got lucky because apparently it looks like we're selected for Providence Reach. Is the best one? Let's do this. Now, first thing what we'll do is we're gonna pick the things from here, right? What we have done taking the stuff here now. It is a high difficulty, it's a medium difficulty, but not going to run. But since we are on the low difficulty, we can really run. We see we do have a plague hearts peaceful here, right? Now, since we are on low difficulty, we can see this plague hearts, but we're on a higher difficulty, this plague hearts not peaceful. Same goes for the zombies. I have to take care of this. Now, since it's a lower difficulty, we're running here, but on higher difficulties, you have to make sure that you are prioritizing stealth because at this part there's only at least 2 plague heroes that are attacking. That's what it is. Yes, the importance here, surviving here is the most important part. Make sure that you have enough stuff. Like right now, you have things what you need. Like if you're fishing in your or you don't have origins, so you'll need a power things because that's gonna get the things. Our main important is going to be some good materials, good stuff, right? You have two of these stuffs right now. And it's really, really important that you have other tools on you. Selectively, this is important here because there, spectator, you're gonna get total 18 members. But if you select someone else, the benefits are gonna be different. Let's see what character do we have here. Always make sure you're checking your characters. We have a trader, a lord, and a sheriff. We don't have a builder, right? So right now, it's going to be on this trader. We have some decent barracks and stuff. I'll make sure that we have enough place in our we are going to bring a following into this time so that we can have them carry some items because they're going to get happy here, stock every single item that you're getting in your storage locker. It's really, really important. And make sure that you're able to keep your characters going at the earliest as possible because that's really important. Now, you're gonna get some entrance here, right? But first, we actually know something which we are gonna get. Get a few here. It's gonna be but if this doesn't affect them, so we're going to find them. Keep it for the zombies and ferals because sometimes what happens, even on lower difficulty, there are ferals here. But it looks like since the higher spot this time, I don't think we have ferals. Looks from my bad luck, I actually did not worry. I don't want this damage scores. Make sure to collect these items because these are really important stuff at any rate. These are the only items that you can suffer. Keep getting those items here. And the stuff here. This is something you should not see. Since we're on board, we should be easy to survive by and not this would happen when you generated that. Now, let's see what we can get here from this one here. We want to connect the game so that we can like a lot of stuff for fuels. Well, it sure is those play card nearby, right? And we don't really have a point, so we can have a heavy weapon that we can actually make this play for a little. Now, make sure that you are not breaking these glasses on the high difficulty. Breaking these glasses would be really bad. Always keep play on your surrounding and make sure you play stuffs in time. Not what was the outrun, make turn. Second, there was zombie near Citra. The high possibility that there is we have to clear this area first, but was a few years sound is by chance. Let's try to rush and search fields. There's more gas will come after your ass. We're not gonna do that, so we're gonna go over here. That's the fuel rush sack. Now the issue is a lot of times he stores it out like right now. But you do try to break in wreck, but that's not really implemented. Don't do that. Instead, just in the nickel interest, go back to the start. Try to repair your car and force any. You should start that fish, but it's only able to be pretty good. So what we can do here right now is we go and get this play card down. So Mr. Johnson, let's get our here and see if we can get that play card down here. So we have to be really because on lower difficulties, the play cards most of the time give it to the zombies. It's really, really important. Now, when we are using the play cards, let's show you some other concepts now, which you can use. Say first, let's go to one play card first so that I can explain this whole thing to you in that way. Because until I do that, you will not be able to understand, right? Let's figure this. Let's figure that ready just now. Alright, let's sit in the car and go to the play card. Now, make sure that when you're going to play card, we have to get our card faced straight at the play card. That's all we have seen. So, not a fold there. What you're gonna do is just lower it to break the zones because otherwise your car is going to be severely damaged. And I believe I just started playing so much. You know that forward or strong, they're gonna swarm. So the playground is right here, and now there's very high possibility that the playground is right around us. What we are gonna do, we're going to park the car this way. Make sure you're parking the car this way so that your car does not get damaged. If you're gonna go down, don't head on, see which door is open because there's a lot of possibilities different from the job area back. And there's a really chance the service of this device is what we're going to do. Let's go straight out, jump through the window there, right? But make sure that you are on level and some steel lens on the sound system. Yep, now we are messing up here. See what happens. This so now what we do, we are going to run here. We are going to get up here. And from here, go out, go out here. So as per okay, now that we have coming, what we're gonna do, we are going to put this guy down. Put that down. What we're gonna do, we're gonna close this stairs first. So it's important part. Make sure we go turn around. Just play. Now we go to count. Which near strokes with them there. This is the part. Now the high possibility that we might have something coming right out of our it could be 0, it could be 8. So first thing is really getting picture here. But since we are not notification, it's not too much mistakes. So we have to make sure that we're collecting a lot of examples, and this is most important part. Always carry original is most important. This is just a basic guidance and people that other is so just as it's most important friends help us speaking. Just use this basic card here. So there's really much stuff actually. Versus here, not using the basic card. Let's do that. Let's go back to base from this items now. And then we're gonna search the materials. Yes, there's a hole here. don't ever try to head on with them because if they damage your front of the car on higher difficulty, it's gonna be severe. So let's not do that. Let's just go back to base, dump all stuff in here. Now we have some curveballs eventually, but not yet. So we have infection here, right? We're gonna dump this here. We're gonna dump this there. And some things. We're gonna carry this one with us just in case now. Now there's a trick here, there's a catch. So you see we have an infirmary here, right? Now, if you usually click here, the infirmaries are going to take medicine spot. If you click this option, just is gonna take one extra big sample, but it's gonna remove your infection totally. See? That's spoiler magic. No, this time we're not gonna upload it. We are going to get this guy going with us. And let's see if we can get this out here. Let's see what we have here. We have this item. What we're gonna do, we're gonna give her this weapon just so she has something to shoot in her. Let's see. Let's go back to the car. There's the whole see. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go back to the playground, collect the materials that we left here. Let's go there. Try to ignore the zombies. Be careful of them. And that's a horde, so be very very careful with that. Now we enter through here, right? So it's a small car. We can really go through easy, but on the higher difficulty or stronger cars, I will show you going to do so. You see, there's always coming, right? See, you can do the work. He's gonna go to beat the thing out of them. Just ignore them. Like that way. Collect the fuels from here. There could be a possibility that you might get a rough side from here. But do it like that. Because what that's gonna do, it's gonna walk. I need the zombies here. Should be great. Make sure you're paying attention to the stamina. Since we have enough food right now, the stamina is still here. But if you didn't have enough food, we'd have dropped right now. Let's do one thing. Let's send over this to the other character. We need some support, so let's do that. Let's go extend this truck sack to them as well. What we're gonna do, we're gonna pick these items. Now, we're gonna drop this truck sack from her. We're gonna transfer this to her. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pick this item. That was gonna happen. We have our rucksacks with us, right? Now let's go to this house. We might be able to get some stuff here. Let's see. That's like a lot of stuff you're gonna get on low levels influence. Don't be really greedy though, because collecting the stuffs are good. But if you're overloaded with garbage, you might not be able to catch the items you need. So let's see. Flares, not really that important. Usually on lower difficulties, you can use flare if you are in the Tramo Valley, because on Tramo Valley, if you select a base, you will be able to create some plague explosives and using a road flare to get them going and explode. It's really, really good. Now, we have already searched this spot. We don't have anything else left here, right? So what we are going to do, we're going to dump these important stuffs in here and then move to the next turn. Let's dump this here. Fuels are usually going to carry one stuff, so let's dump this here. We're going to keep this item just in case. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to refill our car, go to that cart, and reload the materials that we left previously. As I can see from the far, as you'll be able to see as well, there's some zombies, right? So there's a very high possibility that the zombies will try to kill me. Now remember, when our characters are killing this stuff, they actually are getting experience for fighting and everything. Oh, yep. I wasn't careful, so I just usually what happens on normal areas, there will be plague zombies around here, so we have to be really, really careful about that, you know. See, so we do get some materials here, but now our bag is full. So what we are gonna do, we are gonna get one item from our car and dump this material in there, right? Let's get this item and dump the material in there. Afterwards, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back here, pick the material up. Materials are really, really important. Now, most important on the higher difficulties, what's gonna happen is you're gonna need a lot of food and medicines, which is really important part. Without food, you won't have your stamina. Without medicines, you're gonna get sick. So that's very important. Make sure to keep that in mind. It's very important to make sure that you have enough stamina in your bag. Otherwise, a little difficult, that could be really, really scary. Now, there is a small trick. When you're feeling plague hearts and little difficult, you do two things. You see that you have a zombie, whole group of zombies following you. You can just go ahead and restart your game. Now, make sure you're not doing it when you're close to killing a plague heart, because what's going to happen is it's going to reset the phase for that plague heart, which is really, really bad. It will remove all the zombies from there, but it's going to reset all your progress. If you have using your gun, if you have used your explosive, everything's going to go. So make sure you're not doing that. What we're going to do now first is we're going to go back to our base and we're going to dump the stuff off. Yeah. When we are going to the XTC base, I will show you what is the best base for a provenance region. Now, what do we have here? We have a big ass horde here. So let's go back here. Right now, we're not going to deal with that horde because we don't have enough ammunition, we don't have enough people. And considering we only have with 3 people, we'll not be able to deal with that. Let's dump this here. We have some stimulants which we're going to put here. Let's dump this as well. For this item, let's just dump it here in the bank as well. For the rest of the stuff, keep it this way. Only the stuff that this NPC have, make sure that you are dumping them as well because you're going to carry a lot more of them. Now, since Daniel is increasing in standing, it's most important part here. We're going to take this fuel bomb and dump it over as well. Because we don't need this fuel bomb for lower difficulty, but for higher difficulty, we must. Since we're done in this part here, we're going to need to improve our facility. What's most important other than infirmary? We are going to need some medicines, right? And we are going to need some workshops so that we can create some stuff like this. Spare parts are really important. What we are going to do, we are going to create a workshop. And other than goals, we can create anything you want is completely on your preferable. If you are more of like staying into this space until you move to a new one, you can keep this like this way. Or if you want, you can select like this part and you could have selected a sniper tower, but usually sniper towers are not really recommended because what's gonna happen is they're gonna bring unnecessary noise that's gonna cause like zombies to come to your base. And we usually personally recommend that if you're on a higher difficulty, usually most of the bases will have kitchen, so that's not really mandatory. Either you can go with beds because if you don't have beds, your survivors are gonna be really, really sleepy. But higher difficulty, once again, you can choose. You can choose to build a staging area. You can choose to build a hydroponics because on lethal difficulty, foods are really important. So you are gonna need hydroponics. We're in lower difficulty right now. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and go with beds. Since the workshop is already on this way, let's go back and I see we have a paper that's recommended. Before we do that, let me show you something. Best base that we need. Our best base is going to be here. You see this base? Prescott Fire Station. Let's change best base of the game. No doubt, no word. Know why? Because Prescott Fire Station actually has its own latrine. So suppose you don't have a fuel outpost or water outpost, you can just turn on that latrine. It will take care of everything. Now you see we are running out of plague samples, right? What does that mean? That means we are really, really strict. We have to get plague samples, which we can only get from the plague hearts and the plague zombies. Let's turn this to type NPCs real quick. We're going to try to clear this horde by opening the door like this way, but we have to make sure that we are not bumping them from our front doors. Otherwise, we'll be screwed. This way, this way. Don't rush. Make your aim, then kill them. See? Now we have a door broken, right? So we have to be extra careful now because there could be a possibility that these zombies can indeed get up on us in here. Now that we have gotten another of them down, don't waste the time behind them. Just go to the NPC. The NPC is standing here, right? So let's go there. We'll come back and loot here later, but for now we have to go back to the NPC. Now remember, this card is fast. This card is pretty good for early game. Use this card until you are getting a better card. You can upgrade this card if you are having a mechanics. You can upgrade it to auto mechanics and then get this card. It's gonna lose some speed, but still, it's gonna be a lot better comparing to what you have eventually. Now this is an entrance here. One of the entrances that you can use to get into this house. Let's go there and get into this house and see what they need. We knew we need plague samples, right? And we have brought it because this is not the basic sample, basic quest. It's gonna be same. Pretty rare on low difficulty, they do give us some rucksack, but on higher difficulty, they don't really give us a rucksack. They give some influence. That's it, nothing else. Now that we have gotten here, we're done here. Let's go here and get this done. Actually, let's go back and park our car close to that house so that we can get them here. Make sure on lower difficulties you are looting everything because there is a possibility that you might get some good guns. Here's a catch. Every time you complete a zone, you'll be able to see that your survivor is being marked as one times, two times, and stuff like that. You might be wondering what does that mean? That means when your survivors are completing a zone, they are marked as experienced survivors. When a survivor is marked as experienced survivor, there is a very high possibility that the zones get even harder and harder. So, for example, suppose when you are completing this base, and we are going to complete to a survivor one, and we are opening a new base, then there's going to be harder zombies that are going to come to us. There could be three plague ferals, there could be anything. No, it's going to be really, really hard. But we have to make sure that we're doing everything properly, otherwise, it's going to be a really hard time. We are going to sell as much stuff as we can to these NPCs here so that we can have some stuff. We are going to get Mary out here, take the items from her. Now, on the higher difficulties, you have to make sure that you are balancing between the spare parts and your influence because both of them are important. If you have too much influence, don't bother selling these weapons because the weapons you can use for your spare part. But if you are like having a lot of spare parts, then you need a bunch of influence because you will want some new base or you want some outpost or anything. Don't break it. Go ahead and sell them. Now for this part, we have another material items, right? Pretty lucky. If you get weapons here, you're pretty lucky. If not, it's still fine. No issue. There we go. Sometimes we still have to know that the food will attack, but don't worry. Just jump once, you have to revenge lock. Now, on higher difficulties, it's not really recommended to bring an helper with you when you're going for the plague heart because there could be very high possibility that the guy you're bringing with your plague heart becomes the reason of your day. What they're gonna do if they're beating the thing with a weapon, totally fine, no issues. But if by any chance they are bringing some weapons and they're going to shoot them, that's gonna attract more zombies. So let's not do that, yeah? Now, this place, these outplaces could contain some good stuff. What we're gonna do is we're going to check and see if we can find something decent. Let's see. Nothing near you. Let's go to the other side. Now we are hearing there is only thing over here. See, you got maximum amount already. Pretty good, no? So what bonus do he give us? He gives us 15 maximum health, which is not really good, not really bad, just pretty average. Let's go. No, there's a zombie in this thing. We do know, right? So let's start balling with her. Let's go from here. This is just a normal zombie, and we don't really have a door to blast him off, right? So this is a food outpost. We will be able to find some food here. So let's rate this first. I will show you different outposts as well as we could go. Yeah. See, this is the reason why you don't bring infantry, because what's gonna happen is they're just gonna run off, bring some more zombies with them, brings everything with them. See, there you go. The assistants are dead. So what's gonna do now? I'm going to clear this stuff here. Now our main focus should be clearing every plague heart that's near our base, because what's gonna happen if we don't do that is the awakened plague hearts, if there are any, they are going to summon infestations, and infestations can cause siege on your base. So make sure you don't have any active infestation or any active plague hearts near your base. Right now, as you can see here, we only had one plague heart near here, which we cleared. If it was active, it would have gotten all this infested. I actually have a little character, like a little map going on right now. I will show you how it goes, because there is a lot of infestations and I've lost quite a few characters in there. But I'll show you later. But for now, our priority is to clear this part, right? You see, we did just hear a zombie coming. There are zombies there. What we're gonna do is we have to clear this return immediately. We are at the part of this map, right there, right? So let's do one thing. We do need some meds here. So what we are gonna do, we are going to identify this base and get this as a maid outpost. So what's gonna happen with this maids outpost is it's going to give us a supply of maids. That way we're gonna be careful. We're gonna be fine that yes, we do have something maids coming here. Make sure if it's possible for you to make every outpost at least level 2, because in that way you can assure that your outposts are getting some good outputs. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really bad. It's totally not worth it here. Also, there's a benefit of making a level 2 outpost. You'll be able to collect and the rucksacks in there, deposit them in there just to make sure that you have enough space in your bag. I'll show you right now once my outpost is leveled up that how do we dump that. But for now, let's just clear this place first. See, we have a mid sack. I'll show you once it is level 2. Now, repair kits. These repair kits are really important. You will never have enough of them, because on higher difficulty, when you are going with your car, you have to make sure that you have at least one of them with you. Otherwise, it's going to be a really, really bad thing. When your car is exploded, if you don't have a car with you, that's really bad. That's really something that you don't want to deal with. So what we are going to do is we are not going to bother with that. We're just going to do it normally afterwards. Now we are going to go ahead, and since we have collected everything that was available in our base here, let's dump the rucksacks here. That's one rucksack. Does Madison have any? She doesn't. No. Make sure every single of your characters have 8 bags. It's like 8 bag spaces are most important, right? Bigger stuff, bigger items to be able to carry. Make sure you are looting every single thing. Everything means everything, not garbages though, but everything. Everything is important because Like you saw, we did not even know that if that behind of the car will have some ammo, but apparently we have found some, which is important. On higher difficulty, ammo is going to be really scarce, especially for Providence Reach. You will need some ammo. So what you are going to do, what is recommended from my end, is collecting at least one ammo outpost. There's going to be an ammo outpost around this area, which I'll show you later when we run here and get the mini plague hearts done. But that's really important that you have at least one ammo outpost going in the game. One ammo outpost, one food outpost, and make sure that you have some builder outpost as well. Yeah. Let's see here. So now we do have enough materials here, right? However, as you can see, even just by staying on the lower difficulty, we don't have ammo. Yeah. So what we have to do, we have to go back and see if we can collect some fuels and stuff from there and get the rucksacks done. Let's go. Make sure you are using every single place that you can to identify bases. Because identifying bases are most important part of the game. If you're not able to identify your map, or not able to see your map, you will have no idea of where you're going, which is going to cause a ruckus. Let's see, we just killed a zombie, but it's still saying zombie remaining. It means there could be someone around. Let's see, there he is. So if you have heard, gun has restarted shooting her gun. She's not really good. Not at good. Things are in her middle range. She's using her hands, but previously she was using her guns, which is a really bad case, considering that we are on a lower difficulty, or she's already using guns. On higher difficulty, it is not really recommended to use guns because it's really bad. Plus, it's going to make a mess, so we're not going to do that. Keep the bandages, keep the important stuffs with her because you're going to need it for later. For now, we're going to dump this here and let's go forward. I'm going to try and see if I can keep the garbages with me because that's going to make it easier for me to go to the base and just dump it. Now, see, this is thing. The door is locked, right? Usually what's going to happen is you could have just slammed right into it. What's going to happen in lower difficulty, you'll be fine. But on a higher difficulty, a lot of zombies are going to come for you. Very hard chance to survive, and you wouldn't really want to do that. No, what should you do in this situation? There are two things. One, you could either use a crossbow to shoot, which I have already dumped in my base, so I don't really have a crossbow with me right now. Now the second option, skills. In which you are going to get multiple options, among which the option stealth is most important. As stealth, you are going to get quicker sneaking, quicker interaction, and reduced visibility. But the most important, most broken part, when you are crouched like this way, you click on the door, and voila, you can open the door that way. Also, the funniest part is you can sprint while like this. See, you can sprint in this way, which makes it easier, like a lot harder. So, what I can do here right now, see, there was another zombie. He couldn't have detected me right now, right? Which is the funniest part here. Usually, if I was in a normal area, the zombie would have been able to detect me easily, but since this was still, we were not able to find me, but still, you better be safe. So we're gonna look here, and as you see, we just have found some zombies in. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna run off immediately while crouching. Funny part, when you are crouching and sprinting, your character will be able to do so as well. So you don't have to worry that your character may fall behind because that's not gonna happen. We're gonna loot from this way, it's real quick. Some stimulants, pretty good. Stimulants are important. There is a zombie somewhere, but we are not able to find it. Let's just skip that part. But we just following some zombies. That's really bad. Let's send some stuff to her again. I'm gonna send over the stimulants and the food up rucksack to her because she is our cannon for Collect this. Send this to her. Now, the most important part. State of Decay 2 is not just an online game but an offline game as well. So for example, suppose if you're playing on your PlayStation, your game will be automatically saved. So please don't worry about it. Even if your game crashes, it's still fine. Your game character is safe, your progresses are safe, everything will be fine. Now let's do one thing. Let's go back to this base where we had left. We did not enter here because the door was locked, but now we will be able to enter. Our character has warned that there are zombies nearby, right? So pan around. You see there's one zombie in here. Let's get this. And there are multiple. She's gonna take care of that zombie, so we're not gonna waste our time here. We're gonna collect here. Now that we're done, we're gonna help her. But she has already taken care of everything, so we're good. Let's go. Let's dump some stuff in the car. So I see we have a bandage here, right? Let's see if we can give the bandage to her. There you go. We have some stores in the bag now. Now on the other side of the road, we do see there is another food house, right? We forgot to do this. Sorry. Give me 1 minute, please. So, I apologize first of all, but this is going to be a long guide because I'm going to go ahead and kill every single plague heart in this video for this lower difficulty just so I can show you how it is done. I might not be able to get to the Prescott fire station morning at start because there's a very high chance I might not be able to get 8 survivors before we get to Prescott because 8 survivors are mandatory, but I'll be able to give you an overview of everything and how it works. So, yeah. So my character is killing the zombies for me. I'm gonna run around here, collect all the materials that I can find, and then we're just gonna run off. Let's see. I believe we have enough food here now. Do we have another outpost? We do have another outpost there, but we have a bloater here. Now, bloaters, we're on lower difficulty, so it's fine with us because on lower difficulty, the bloaters are not too dangerous. However, on higher difficulty, you have to be really clear about the bloaters because that's severe. They are going to be plague bloaters, they're going to damage you severely, and if you're having a bad luck, that's going to kill you. So you have to be really, really careful about that. Let's get in the car, yeah, and let's get that metro outpost taken out. There's a lot of zombies in there, I can hear. Zombies are coming. We do hear more zombies are coming, so you have to be really, really careful now. And that's a hole. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to close it. Now you see the multiple zombies there, right? We're going to knock them. There you go. Is there a way to deal with the hordes? Usually, you just go into a door and just open the door on their face, slam it, they die. But that's really one of the things you don't really want to do now. Just see if we can get some materials from here. Yeah. So currently our bag is full, right? So let's go back to our base, get some stuff down, and we'll be back. Now, for your car, you have to really, really make sure that your car is not getting damaged. Like as you can see, even on a lower difficulty, I'm being really you see that floater just exploded. If it would have exploded on our face, it would have been really critical. We're gonna run from here and go from here. There you go.
কি আমি তো চাই সবসময় নিরাপত্তা। আমরা যখন তখন আমরা বেড়াতে যেতেই পারি। আমরা কি মরে যাবো? ভাই ওইখানে ভাই করে কি আছে? ওখানে যারা একমাত্র আছে।
There's some stuffs in here.
সব 10টা স্টেট যদি বলে ওর কথা কি থাকবে নাকি? বলে হবে মারামারি হলে হবে। মারামারি হলে হবে। ভয় থেকে একটু সবাই ঘরে বসে থাকবে।
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump this stuff in here.
বলে কি
Now we just got an emergency. We don't have more space for the boat, so you know what's the drill? We have to go back to the base and we have to see there's a new facility now where we can actually dump our characters stuff from their inventory. So let's see what we have here for her. She has this. You can dump this. Press R and it's gonna dump it in the server. Okay. Let's see what she has. She should have some stuff for us as well. Well, she actually has lots of stuff. Let's dump this though. And I believe we're done. Now let's see what we are going to do. We have to do something here is we are going to go ahead and go to the car
আমাদের জায়গায় আছে যখন চুপচাপ থাকে
and see
ওরা আমাদের
if we can dump this stuff.
বেশি কথা বলতে হবে।
You see, there is an amount host right here that I was talking about. We can dump stuff in there, but first we're going to clear our bag because that's most important. Let's do that first. Be careful because there's going to be random holes spawning every single time when you go there. So be careful with that. We're going to run off to that part now, collect the stuff from there, and then go back to our destination. Okay? Let's go. So, you can really have to make sure that we are going to be right away here. Right? Yep, there we go. Always make sure you're parking your cars in such a way where the front does not get hit by the zombies. Because if the front are getting hit by the zombies, that's really bad. This is the most part where they take the damage. I could have submitted this in here, but what I can see that we don't really have these NPCs don't really have much influence with them, right? So what we can do here, we're gonna wait. We have to wait, and we're gonna go here. Go to base. We have no ammo at all, which is dire. What we're gonna do, we're going to go ahead and go to this ammo outpost and see if we can loot something here. Let's do that first. And you see, there is a small infestation here. If you notice, very small infestation, which is something, but still something. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the. See, never do that. And be careful of your hours because if not, as lower difficulty, so I survive, but on higher difficulty, it's going to be really, really bad. So let's go to let's go to here and let's finish looting the materials outpost first. After that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the other outpost. You see, a lot of zombies are coming. And she started messing up. Yep, she messed up. This is why we don't give her seven guns because this is what happens. No. Almost messed up. Okay, no problem. Let's go back to this. Let's see here. We're gonna collect the medicines from here. Now, since we're on lower difficulty, collecting the materials and collecting everything is not really that important, but on a higher difficulty, that's really gonna be important because that's like a part. What you need will never be enough, and you will never have enough.
মারা গেছে?
Now let's see. Let's go to the ammo outpost and see if we can get something now. Notice none of our characters have a good weapon, right? The only weapon that we have is from the plague heart, and
খবর দিচ্ছিল?
yeah, we didn't need something.
আহ, খবর দিচ্ছ?
Let's go around and see if we can.
What?
Looks like we have entered through a wrong way.
That's
And there's a lot of zombies here. Same strategy. We're gonna go here and we'll see if we can get them knocked through our car.
ওই একটা বই আমাদের এখানে বেহালার একটা বইয়ের বটি মেরে দিয়েছে।
Let's see.
হ্যাঁ,
So,
সবাই কাশ্মীরে ঘুরতে গেছে কলকাতার
the
মধ্যে
zombies are not really
তিনজনকে
coming
মেরেছে,
us, but
ছেলেদেরকে
on
মেরেছে
the higher
মেয়েদের
difficulty,
মারেনি।
the zombies are going to chase us indeed.
জঙ্গি
We
জঙ্গি
have to be
জঙ্গি
really careful here because there could be heavy possibility that the zombies may try to chase.
ধর তোমার মাছ খাওয়ান।
On this difficulty, getting an ammo outpost is not important, but if you're in a higher difficulty, you will indeed need an ammo outpost. But it's your fine. As you can see, we're actually getting good weapons. We got some ammo, we got some stuff.
জানে না কেন। আমরাও যাচ্ছি
Now you can see we're starting to get tired. We're running out of stamina. Not really a good thing. So let's do one thing here. We're gonna equip this weapon. So that's a shotgun, I believe. Nope. It's just a lever action rifle. It's not really something, but that's good. We have a sniper here. I mean, we have suppressor here. So what's we're gonna do here? We are quickly going to go back to base. Dump these items, change our character real quick, get back in action, and get the next play card going here. Let's go back to base real quick so that we can get our next play card done. We have a mysterious broadcast going on. Now, I'm not really quite sure what mysterious broadcast was it. There could be random, there could be foods, there could be eco item, there could be new red talent items, anything. But we'll have to check it later. For now, our priority, get our characters change first. There we go. We have a strange signal in there. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna take that play card now. So we can have some idea about why there's a being targeted. Let's do that then. No, does she have here? He does not really have something that we do need, but we do have to upgrade our storage, otherwise our characters are gonna lose a lot of stuff that's not really good. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna upgrade our storage. That's gonna increase 10 storage for every single of our resource. No, we're going to go ahead and talk to Pug, give him some stuff there. We are gonna switch to him. There we go. No, we don't really have a weapon, right? We need a heavy weapon, but we don't really have any. So currently we're stuck with a weapon. Not really bad, but not really good. Let's do one thing. Let's go to the NPCs and see what we can do. Or NPCs here, right? But first we have to lose stuff from there. So let's go back to base first. So we'll need a bigger bag as well, because currently the bag we have is not really something that's for a future run, of course. So that's also important. However, we do have a screamer. But what was it? What was it on just now? That's big zombies. Now that's kind of weird because considering we had already killed the big zombies
আমাদের জন্য
There should not be any play zombies here,
আমাদের
But
মেয়েরা ঘুমাচ্ছিল
kind of surprising that
দিলে
we
আমাকে
actually
দেখতে
have
পাচ্ছি
play
আমি কি
zombie
বুঝে
here. Anyways, let's do one thing. Let's go back and completely load this house. Then we'll see what can be done. What can this character get? This character can actually give us one extra labor, which means we'll have one extra manpower. Pretty good. Let's see. What can we loot? There we go. Now, the thing is, since we have switched our character, we don't really have the benefits for that extra anymore. We don't have the stealth anymore. So, let's be careful, yeah?
কাশ্মীরি মুসলিম বাঁচানোর জন্য লেগে হাতে পায়ে ধরে রাইফেলটা কেড়ে নিয়েছিল জঙ্গি যেই কেড়ে নিয়েছিল ঝগড়া করছে এটা খুব ভালো মানটা ভালো ওটা জানতো না ওরা ওরা হচ্ছে আমাদের জন্য রাইফেল এনেছে মানে তো লেগে
We have one more thing to do here. Lots of zombies are coming now.
যারা ঘুরতে
Let's be
গেছে যারা স্বামী মারা
careful.
গেল তারা পাবে খরচা পাবে সরকার দিন
Zombies are coming.
সরকার দেবে আমাদের দিন না বউটা চোখ দেখে না বাচ্চা নিয়ে ওই নট এরিয়া সরকার কেন্দ্রীয় রাষ্ট্রীয় পর্যটন
Now we need to find a way to loot this house. We have to think of the way to do the thing, Let's see what we can do. Well, that was the thing. She could have put that. That's nice. Now, we're good. Looks like we are able to loot this house totally. Let's see. Let's go there.
কবে হয়েছে আর শুভ সুচেন্দ্রা কখন মুখে নেই ওরা অনেকদিন আগে যায় না ড্রপ দিচ্ছে কালকে দেখলাম মেবি পরশু দিন অনেকদিন হলো কবে 8 তারিখে গেছে মানে 25 দিনের জন্য করেছি
Let's see. So we have finalized.
কালকেই পারি
I'm going to savor the effort. And they started doing something that's not really started. In high difficulty, this is really something that's going to be constant. In high difficulty, that's really going to be a concern. So we have to trade with them, right? Just one thing in that case, I'm going to go ahead and get some of these garbages out to them.
ও কি করবে বলে টাকা দিয়ে দেবো না না শাস্তি বলছে না আপনার দেখ রেহাই পাবে তারা কি করবে দম কি আছে সবাই দেশবাসী যখন ডাকছে
So what we're going to do
পুলিশই দম সেজন্য বলে দিয়েছে ওরা যা গিয়ে মধ্যে বল জানা লোকে কি করতে
let's see what we can get from medicine. As much as influence possible from these NPCs. That's really important. Oh, sorry. My bad. Okay, let's see. They have a really low influence left. We have to make sure that we're collecting every single possibility, every bit of influence that we can from them because that's like a lot of money. That's literally free money because once we complete this quest, these NPCs are just gonna leave. So we have to make sure that we're doing the best and we're collecting everything that's possible. No, medicine is empty as we can see. So let's trade with them. They still have 123 influence left, right? So what we're gonna do here, we're going to go to this side and see if there's something in here. Just open the door. There's zombies here. Hear this. Not drop off these items with her because that's the only possible way she can have these items. Let's loot this one and we can dump this off. We have to make sure we're being very, very careful because this is gonna be hard. There's a lot of zombies around. That's not really something we want to do. We don't want to mess with them. And I pretty much share a horde around as well. So that's even worse. We still have 87 influence, but I believe we have looted everything from around here except this house. Not really point. I need to go to there. So we're just gonna purchase this from her and get to work with it. There we go. Now that we're good here, let's see. But we do need some of our heavy items. We do need something to get it done with. We don't have a heavy weapon in our storage at this moment, but we do need some. Let's do one thing. Let's clear the area we were doing because we're gonna need something to do with it. We could either craft a heavy weapon, but that's not really something we would do at the low level. Can we just trigger a bloater? Okay, never mind. That was not a bloater. I was scared for a moment. Jesus. There's one more there. Let's see. Let's clear this real quick. Collect as much item as possible because these items are something that you're gonna need in future. For high difficulties, always make sure that you have these items with you because they're really, really important and they really have something that you need. Anyways, let's continue here. I hear a zombie and there he is. My teammate will take care of him, so that's not really an issue. I'm just gonna keep looting while my team will take care of it. Pretty good loot here. We got some bombs and oh, that's that was interesting. Anyways, that's another good thing. That's another molly. Mollies are really, really important. Mollies are really important because they get a lot of damage. High level players. So that's really, really important that you have some mollies with you. Now, for the lower level, getting mollies are really, really hard considering that you won't have enough access to items, you won't have enough access to materials, and the materials are going to be even scarce. So the only way you can get Molotovs are going to be from the workshop level 3. You have to make sure that you have a workshop level 3 at, at least the middle of the game because that's when the infestations are going to spawn, and if you don't have enough Molly, you're going to get fucked. Real bad. No, we see a zombie here. Usually we would skip them, but let's just go through here. My teammate will take care of the zombie. Normally what happens is on lower difficulties, we don't really have zombies for much issues, but on higher difficulties, all these zombies are gonna be plague zombies, so that's even worse. So you have to make sure that every ounce that every step that you're taking, every ounce that you're doing, everything is valid because this is not going to be easy at high level. Considering this is just a mid level and you're here. There you go. More NPCs need plague samples, but we don't really have any right now. So what do? We have to. Is that a bloater? That indeed is a bloater. Just ignore him. As long as he doesn't come near our car, we should be fine. Let's see. Let's dump this here. Make it this item. Make sure you dump this item there. Okay, I believe we are good now, but the bloater is standing here. Just ignore the bloater because I'm not really in the mood to deal with them right now. So let's just ignore that bloater. Yeah. Let's hit the car. Is he following us? He's not following us. Cool. Let's see, we have to go there. Yeah. Uh, here. So we can go through here. Yeah. Oh, fuck. We just missed it. We have to do stuff here. We have to get this right really quick, otherwise we're missed. Okay, now we are safe, but yep, there we go. Yep, never do this. So always make sure you're paying attention to the high level maps because otherwise this what just happened, this will happen here. Well, at least we're on lower difficulties, so this sort of things are negligible, but well, like I told you guys, you will have to do this from lower level, because on a higher level it's gonna be really, really hard. And without the amenities and without the boons, it's gonna be even worse. For example, suppose if you're playing for a lower difficulty and if you don't have enough power with you, enough water with you, then your character is going to be severe. And I think I just heard a feral. Yep. We see the feral. Oh, yep. Just get the feral following. Yeah, we don't really have the option to deal with the feral at this moment. So I'm just going to ignore it and let it be. Let him run the way this are. Because right now I can't really deal with him. So, like you saw, this is a plague territory. It's gonna be really, really scary here. I'm going to frank and fair with him here. We have to find a way to kill this plague heart immediately. Otherwise, we're in screwed for big time. Let's see. We are going to go through this side because this place is going to give us a better feedback for the thing. But we have to card it properly and strategically. So we'll park it like this way so that they cannot get over our car. Now, what we are going to do, we're going to go in, and the plague heart is right there, right? Let's see. Now, we just have to make sure on lower difficulties, we're just running around. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run from here. It is burn. Check on the plague heart immediately. We have to do it quick because there's gonna be there we go. Okay, considering we kind of messed up, but we still went good. But most important part, we have to check if our character has blood plague because she really did take quite a bite. And see, she does not actually have blood plague. How much infection does she have? She has very bare infection, like 22%, which is bare minimum, negligible pretty much. But she does a lot of stuff here, which I'm going to take from here right now. Because I have to take this. And first of all, I'm going to go ahead and give her this. Now, see, we do have some stuff. Right? What I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead dump all these items to her because she's going to need them. Use that bandage on her.
কংগ্রেস গাইজ কোকন এবছর আমরা আচ্ছা দিন খেলবো আমরা বুড়া দিন আমাদের সেই বুড়া দিনে ফিরবো
I think our health
সেখানে
is
গ্যাসের
decent
দাম
enough for now.
300 টাকা ছিল কেরোসিনের দাম কম
Let's give that to
আমরা
her.
আচ্ছা দিন চাই
Let's see if we can get more beds.
কি
Yeah.
দাম বলবো? এই আসার পর
Well,
আচ্ছা
thank
দিন
you,
আনে
sir. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to go ahead
আমরা
and
বুড়া
give
দিনে
her some bandage. Then collect this item and see what we can do because it looks like we are in a position where our outpost for the medicine is really, really far. We can try to claim this main outpost, but it's not really something that I would recommend doing.
সামনে এসে করতে নেই তারপরে কি যাবে
I'm still going to do it right now, though.
আমি ঘাট ছেলে রেখে ই করছি না টাকা দিই কিছু 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 জিনিস আছে মেনে চলতে
Let's do one thing. Let's just take this outpost down, and what we're gonna do here
বুড়িরা বল
is we're going to get this other outpost removed because that other outpost is not really necessary. So we're gonna take that down, and we're gonna upgrade this outpost. But we do need some influence. So what we are gonna do, we are gonna wait here until this outpost is out, and we can take care of this now.
এবার দুটো শীতকালে পাওয়া যায়
We have some more of that. So what we are gonna do here is
শ্রীনগর দেখাচ্ছে এটা
we're going to take this
শ্রীনগর
out,
প্যারে দাও শ্রীনগর
and we have to run from here.
এবার অমরনাথ খুলবে না
Let's do one thing. Give me a little bit of time because I'm gonna go ahead and take some lunch. I'll be back in a bit, okay? Bye. It's going to be the part one of the kite. In the other part, I'm going to make a part two here, which is cover the